Add existing video cut. I mean, hi. We can do it that way. We can do it that way.
Yay! Hi, Peanut.
Yeah, she got all dolled up for it. I'm wearing an audio cassette, so close as I could get. So,
Really comfortable.
is it? All right.
I didn't expect it to be, but anyway.
So the notes that we're going to be taking are going into this notebook here. This is one of my personal notebooks I bought for a long time ago, but we're going to use it for kids on bikes. And as I create notes and create things for the stories, it's all going in here. And at the end of the first season, I'll be shipping this off to one lucky winner. So they can see all the little notes that I took during the sessions that we had, starting with tonight's session. So.
And I have my rule book, deluxe edition.
Me too. Oh wait! I gotta see it. Show it to me.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure. There we go.
So she actually got this. The version she has was the Kickstarter version. There's a very limited number of those available out there, and she was able to get through. Someone gave her a hint about it coming up for auction on eBay, and she hopped on that puppy.
Can't remember who it was.
Oh, yeah, I know. That guy was a pretty nice guy, though. But so I'm gonna go ahead to this is a little loud. There we go. I can't even hear myself think. But anyway, so she got it. She was actually able to get that at the price that you'd pay for this little book, which is still a good deal. The paperback, yeah, it's about the size of a graphic novel or whatever. I think that's kind of intentional. Anyway, so those of you who have not already, am I in? Oh, I guess I don't need to be in Roll20, huh? So, but if you haven't already, if you go to our reference section of our Discord, there's actually a copy of this on here. You can use this. You can use that as a reference. But if you enjoy it, please support these guys. Support these guys. Buy the book. You can get a PDF version off of Drive-Thru RPG and stuff like that. But yeah, make sure that we show these guys our love and support, because they actually have several different games that are pretty cool that we're hopefully get to play as well. There's expansion to this called Kids or Teens in Space. I'm looking forward to playing, and Kids on Brooms, which is kind of a Harry Potter twist to this rule set.
Yeah.
So I see Lamantia and Peanut Butter. Peanut and Lamantia, are y'all staying, keeping the same characters y'all already started? Let's see here.
Come on, geez. Yes. I think Peanut is too.
Yeah, I think I really liked the voice that you did for her and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
I really like that character.
And so
I'm not sure if I'm going to keep my... Her alien communicator, that's right.
well, the events of that actually took place at a parallel universe to ours. So yeah.
It was a different timeline.
Are you okay? So you know what? I know. No, I know exactly why it is. All right, try say something now.
Something.
How's that?
Testing. Is that better? I can also move my mic closer.
No, I think it's a me thing.
Oh. Character.
Okay.
It's louder.
Alright, well, we're just gonna have to feel the fucking
Okay.
music. Sorry, the music's just gonna have to go. It's like a.
Aside.
Okay. It's really weird because I have the volume like just barely a sliver on there, but I don't know. I'm old and deaf, so maybe that's why I have it cranked so high. All right, so we're gonna get So anybody else out there? I think it's just those two, huh? Well, and Dave. Dave, are you creating a character tonight? Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. Jackass.
You absolutely should. Let me see. Yeah, Jester's still playing Atlas, so I don't think he's gonna
Okay, that's fine.
be here.
All right, so in creating a character, I'm not ready. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can make one. Play immediately. Just fun to make one. Okay, so the if you open up the if you can get that PDF, Dave, that's in the reference section and stuff like that, there'll be a list of all the tropes that are available, and that's a good way to start your characters. Figure out what type of character would yours be? Would you be an adult blue collar worker? Would you be a brilliant mathlete like Lamontia? A brutish jock? A bully like TJ? A conspiracy theorist like Peanut? I'm sorry, what was Peanut?
Erica?
Erica, that's right, Erica. A funny sidekick, such as nobody has picked that yet. A laid-back slacker.
Ooh, excuse me.
A loner weirdo.
Hello, Giddy.
Overprotective parent. Plastic beauty. That's what I'd pick. Popular kid.
So you.
So me. Reclusive, eccentric. A scout. A stoic professional. A wannabe, which is what Miss Cindy is, and a young provider.
Cindy Mancini.
They all have like different bonuses and different stats on how you do how you can roll in advance. But hey Giddy, how you doing, man? All right.
Giddy, you want to make a character for kids on bikes?
All right.
So Dave, look in ref materials.
Yeah, in our Discord.
Yeah, in the Discord. Let's see, ref materials. It's the third one up from the bottom, not counting the voice channels. Ref materials, and then it is the one right before
Yeah,
time
kids on bikes.
posted. Kids on bikes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yup.
So after
Oh, excuse me.
yeah, I don't have permission.
What do you?
What?
What?
Oh, did I stick that
Yeah.
under? Oh, I probably stuck that under creator only, huh? Didn't I?
No. The channel or the document, Dave? Because if it's the document, then that's something I need to change. I swear I had it to whoever has the link can view it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just shared the PDF. It's just a PDF that you can download. The category?
Yeah,
Community channels?
that's not good.
You can see. You're supposed to be able to see everything.
I can't.
It's
go
under.
my Discord is, but...
It's under community channels. Not just the ref material one. That makes. Let me see.
Okay. Well, it's a good read if you get into it.
Player manage.
So after selecting your trope and your name, of course, then you kind of ask some questions about some vital questions to kind of get some sort of idea of how your character would react in certain situations. What's their motivations? So let's get back. Let me get back to those things here.
All right. I had it set for some reason to where you couldn't see the message history. I don't know why, but it should be fine now. Alright, so Giddy, Kids on Bikes is a tabletop RPG game that the premise is kind of like 80s kids adventure movies, like The Goonies and what was the other one? Monster Squad, E.T.
E.T. Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things is a good, like, current example of that. And it's a very rules light, RP heavy tabletop RPG. So in my opinion, it's an excellent game for people who are new to tabletop RPGs and want to try it out, but are like kind of intimidated by all the rules. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's fun.
All right, where's those rules? So some of the things that you need to ask about your character whenever you're creating your character. I thought I had a list of questions here, but I think that might be in the other version of the book. Though they had a free RPG Day version of this book, which was the first example I got on this. Okay. So and then the next thing is to understand the relationships between each of the players. Since last session was just kind of like we just kind of jumped in and stuff like that. That's some of the stuff that we didn't. I kind of created a situation where you all knew each other, which was through the investigators club. But the investigators club was just kind of like your generic, you walk into a tavern and and you see a tall person standing next to the bar, that type of thing. That's what the investigators club. We might not necessarily have an investigators club coming up for this next thing, so we need to find out what the relationships between each of the characters are at this time. I think what was really made last session's kind of neat is Craftjaw's character was real quiet the whole game, but he's the one that knocked the monster back into the house.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, so his reservedness paid off at the end. Jesse Cox. Oh, I don't know who this is. Jesse Cox. I know that there was a group that did it. They called it Kolok for quite some time, about a year or something like that. They're not. I don't think they're doing it anymore. And then there's a couple other groups that have done like one-off sessions of kids on bikes. Anyway, so it's important for us. It's going to be difficult to establish kind of the relationships over chat and stuff like that. But those are the things that we need to find out. Why is the character hanging out with these other characters? On Stranger Things, all the kids were. I mean, they'd known each other for years, and they played. Their bonding thing was Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah. Well, here I think a really good example of a movie where they weren't all friends and they all kind of got thrown together because of,
Circumstances.
relationships is Goonies. Like there was the group of kid friends, and then there was the older brother who had a crush on the redhead chick, and there was just a chance meeting, while he was out riding that kid's bike, and he ran into her and her friend who's like, the average looking friend, and they were all thrown together even though they don't normally all spend time together. Another movie that does that really well, it's not in the same genre of these, but it was an 80s movie, is Breakfast Club. They were all there because of detention or Saturday school. Mm-hmm. Right. So something like that. Like some kind of school event. A fair, like a small town like fair or festival that everyone goes to.
Mm-hmm. Carnival.
Yeah. Or maybe like an annual production that's a part of a festival or carnival. Like if there's like some kind of play or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Crafty was the new kid. That was his character. Like he had just moved there.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
They just had.
once we start developing the characters and more characters come in and stuff like that, it's a shame more people are not here that maybe participating, because that would be good to have together. Because I think the normal session of Kids on Bikes is that you spend 10 to 15 minutes building the characters, about 10 minutes building the town, and then boom, you kind of jump into the game. But we have an opportunity here to go ahead and kind of get this all established.
Flesh it out.
Yeah, flesh it out, and give me ideas on what adventures to create for you guys. So moving on from the character creation, since it seems like to me that we already have the people who are here already have their characters. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the town. Where would you think that this town would be located?
Okay, so here's one thing that I wanted to bring up that I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
We should, I mean, it obviously doesn't have to be like an actual real place, but we should decide at least what part of the country it's in, like what region,
Mm-hmm.
because
that's why I said
when I watch when I watch movies and TV shows and like you see a school, it takes place in a school, it's always indoors. And I don't think I've ever actually seen a school like that in real life, because where I live, schools are all outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, is it going to be snowing when it's winter time?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be, like that kind of thing?
So we got several different options here that we can pick for the location. Further north that we get, the more dark it's going to be during the winter. Longer it's going to be dark during the winter. That type of stuff. Colder it's going to be during the winter. You have a little bit more variety and stuff like that. Down in the south, the kids, it's like summer, because Nebraska.
Just because.
Well,
there's no reason. That's why.
And then this is something also too that maybe we need to look at as far as, if it's Nebraska, or if it's any particular state. Why does that state have why is that population there? But let's say my thing is pretty much like what Dave says, probably a midwestern city, somewhere in the Midwest. That way, hold on a second, I'm drawing. That way we have some sort of idea. Oh, that's right, California's good.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So all right. I'll do. Well, you can't see it, but I drew the United States. Okay, so if we did somewhere
Utah.
There's Utah. What are some of the things that we'd face in Utah would be what? Mormons and stuff like that. Like if we're in Colorado's, there would be Colorado. There would be probably a lot of things happening in the woods. Nebraska, we get like cornfields. Crook, Colorado. Is that an actual place?
Crook, Colorado? No, I don't. I think you just made it up.
Yeah, I would prefer to have a paper town. It is a real place. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather have a paper town rather than an actual town.
Yeah. I don't want to have to deal with like facts.
Facts, right? Exactly.
IRL facts. Yeah.
We're gonna make our own facts. Okay. So I'm thinking probably it may be good to have like maybe Colorado or Wyoming or 110 people in Crook. Yeah, that's pretty small. You kind of limit your options on what you can do with something
that's
that small.
That's scary small.
Yeah.
They murder. They sacrifice anyone that happens to drive through there.
That's right. So I think Colorado would be okay. I think that there's.
I think so too.
I think that the setting would be good. There's woods there. There's, so let's say Colorado. Okay.
It snows. I like that.
It snows in Colorado. So why? I fucking hate snow. Ugh.
Because I romanticize it because I'd never had it.
Well, yeah, well,
I don't understand the reality of snow, and I never want to.
That's right. I'll never will. So yeah, okay. So Colorado. All right. So Colorado. So what? So I'm gonna assume that maybe we'd. It's beautiful. It is beautiful for one day, right?
Yeah.
And after that one day, you're kind of tired of it, right?
Yeah. I can't drive anywhere.
I can't go outside. Yeah. I cannot.
Can't open my front door.
I gotta scrape the snow off the sidewalk. Okay. Lots of forest in the mid and west Colorado. Nothing in the east. So I think we all kind of agree that Colorado, maybe along the Colorado River somewhere, maybe there should be a body of water, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
So, well, we're not going to look up a real town. We're just going to make up.
I know.
Okay. You're sitting there researching.
I know. I need like real life inspiration.
Okay. All right. Then it turns into.
And I'm really bad at geography. I don't know what's anywhere where anything is.
Colorado is north of New Mexico.
Oh, there's tons of water in Colorado.
Yeah,
there's tons of rivers and lakes and shit. We could just make one up.
Right. So let's do that. Let's make up a lake.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make it. Let us design the town around the lake. What is the name of the lake? Anybody got any ideas?
Oh, no, that's stupid.
Lake Myers?
Myers.
No, like as a Michael Myers? What about Bludgeon Lake? Bludgeon.
I like Lake Bludgeon.
Lake Bludgeon.
Instead of Bludgeon Lake. Lake Bludgeon. Is that too on the nose, though?
Could be. That might be it. What is it? Moss-Eye? Is that how you say that? Moss-Eye? Moss-Eye?
Moss-Eye. Moss-Eye.
Moss-Eye. Alright. Yeah, like Moss-Eye. Okay. What is does that mean something, or is that just a random name? Moss-Eye Lake.
Moss-Eye Lake.
I just made it. Okay. All right. Moss-Eye Lake.
There could be okay. This is just an idea. It could be like Moss-Eye Lake, and a rumor could be that it's called that because there's like the Moss-Eye monster that lives in there.
Okay.
That is like a monster that looks like it's made of moss and then just has one big eye, like a worm with an eye.
Okay. Well, you're jumping ahead, but good thinking.
I'm sorry. This is how my brain works.
It's all right. Moss-Eye. Yeah, I like the sound of Moss-Eye. Okay, Moss-Eye Lake. So it's built around Moss-Eye Lake. So it sounds creepy. So
yeah,
towns are usually built for a reason. Okay, there's usually a reason that a town is built. Now, the reason could be because it was a mining town and the town sprung up around the mines. It could be because there is a secret military outpost out there, and they have civilian workers, and that's why the town is nearby. So there's people to work there. There's a lot. Okay, yeah, logging would be another good reason why there would be logging. You would almost have to have some sort of flowing body of water nearby.
Well, there's rivers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be Moss-Eye River instead of Moss-Eye Lake.
I think from the game person's point of view, or like the leader, I can probably come up with a lot of things to do with like military experiments and stuff like that. Not sure how much I can come up with from logging itself.
Yeah.
Moss-Eye. Or the name of the town. Oh, we don't even have a name of the town yet.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that. And then
Well, I mean
Okay.
that's how maybe we can figure out what the name
Yeah.
is what
Okay.
it says. So let's say, or
Yeah.
maybe
What? Yeah.
maybe even a large corporation had moved in the late 60s, early 70s, and they built this town as, like I said, once again, so their employees would have a place to live. That would kind of tie all the kids together because all their parents work. Parents have something to do with what's going on at the military base. It could also create some sort of tension between the kids and the parents because the parents may know stuff that is going on there that the kids don't know about and stuff and such like that. That's one idea. Or again, going back to the military being something there. So, what do you guys think about that?
Would there be a way to like what types of industries or corporations or whatever could we think of that would result in a polluted lake? Like them being responsible for like the lake being polluted so that you can't swim. It's not safe to swim in it because it's so polluted because
Well,
of this.
nuclear waste, a glue factory. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but
What could like a military
yeah, like
it could maybe be like a mystery. Like they could say it's one thing, but it's actually something else. I don't know.
right. Um, yeah, things like perhaps there's some sort of experiments going on that a byproduct from that experiment needs to be disposed of, and then they're just disposing it in the lake or whatever.
Be like maybe chemical weapons testing.
Sure, or like I said, that or one of many things that they could be doing there. There's also like oil, things like oil companies, and maybe they're doing some sort of drilling. That's again the runoff goes into the local Maasai Lake.
Chemical
Right.
drilling,
Right, and we could even have
oil
it.
drilling.
We could even have it so that not only is there a military base, but there's like a military base under the military base. Like what's on the surface maybe even look like a civilian establishment, but there's actually a whole military things, and like Dave was saying, like black helicopters can be seen flying in and out of the out of there all the time, and the townspeople don't think anything of it because it just happens. It's just something that happens. Okay. They're just used
Okay.
to it. Okay, all right. There's there's some stuff there. Okay, I think that's some good material to work with. I'm gonna say military, civilian experiments. Okay. All right. So now let's come up with a name. I would
Okay. So
I would say something that's kind of benign. Something that's just kind of like Eagle's Rest,
that
or
blends in.
yeah, yeah, or
Nothing remarkable.
Woodson,
Wood. I was gonna say like Woodton.
Woodton,
Woodtown.
Lumberville.
Let's see. Arborton. Arborton.
Arborton, like as in trees.
Super Ultra.
Super Ultron. Yeah, because that would be low key. It's the super that makes it low key.
Okay.
And maybe something that's easy to put in a title of a stream.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can do something that's like similar to Twin Peaks where it's like two words like uh uh um
BlackRock.
No. Bending trees. BlackRock. That's a good one. Something Hill. One Tree Hill.
No. Silent. Yeah, see. Needle Hill. That's a good one. Silent Hill, of course, it's been used. Goose. Something Hill. Victory Hill.
I like Arbor Hill.
Arbor Hill. Arbor Hill. Okay.
So arbor means trees, right?
Yep. It does. Needle Hill.
How about Arbor Hills?
Arbor Hills.
Hills instead of hill. Something hills. Rolling hills.
Wonders Peak. Really, Dave?
Wonders Peak.
Okay, Arbor Hills. All right. Arbor Hills. All right. We'll stick with Arbor Hills. If anybody thinks of something else, we'll come back to that. All right. So, Arbor Hills. Welcome to the lovely town of Arbor Hills. Population.
Um,
3,500.
that sounds good.
Somewhere 35, 20.
420.
Peanut.
Peanut's sassy tonight.
Yes, she is. I would like to have it large enough that we can have several places for the kids to go, but not more than one of a kind of each place. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
there could be like multiple a couple of gas stations, but like maybe only one grocery store and one movie theater and one bowling alley and stuff like that. 22.
And also like one high school.
Right. One.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right. So that's another thing too. Is like say in a population of 3,000. Say if there's a population of 3,000, if half of those are kids, that's 1,500 kids. Well, no, it'd be less than half. Half of those would be kids, right? A population of 3,000 would probably be somewhere around 750 kids. That's enough. 750 kids in school is enough for all the kids to be in the same school. Small town is going to have a lot of old people. Yeah. Well, not if that town was built in the 60s and 70s to support the thing. What we're talking about, Dave.
Their parents would have moved.
It's not like in England where a town was established in like 1120 BC or whatever. The United States is not like that. So
yeah, we're young.
It's like, oh yeah, this is my house. It was built in 1528. The fuck? Are you kidding me? Tear the goddamn thing down.
No, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I love old houses.
You know what I mean. UK's. Oh, the same people.
Be funny. We can eventually. We can make a whole series, and it can be set in like the late 1800s. There were no bikes back then, were there? Yeah. We'll do kids with stick and hoops.
Stick and hoops. Kids with wagons. All right, so
kids with newsy hats.
All right. So
3,000. Yeah,
we'll say 3,000. We'll say 3,128, just for argument's sake. Okay. 3,128. We have 732 kids in the town. Not that that's important, but we'll just make sure that that's like I said. So we can say that all the kids, the school encompasses from kindergarten all the way through 12th. Is everybody good with that? Okay, through 12.
Yeah.
Okay. School. So maybe the school has different wings.
Would make it easier. Yeah.
Yeah, has different wings for each grade levels.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That means probably there's probably less than 200 high schoolers, I would say.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say that since there's so few students, there would probably only be 2 wings, like younger and older. So they would probably go from like kinder to 7th grade, maybe 6th grade, and then older would be like 7th or 8th grade.
Then they hop across the hall.
Yeah.
The hall.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And it's like it could be like a big thing, a big deal, like when they move to the other side of the school when they grow up.
They could sacrifice a lamb, dance around a maypole.
Yay! So. As one does.
As one does. All right. So K through 12, one school, 2, or maybe it's shaped like an H, and the one wing is the one leg of the H is elementary, the middle is the middle school, and the other leg is the high school.
I was thinking it could be shaped like that, and then the middle part could be like the cafeteria and the auditorium and stuff.
What if so? Well, the auditorium I think would be separate, right? The auditorium, the gymnasium and stuff like that. That would probably be a separate building, I would think. They would go outside. I don't know. We always
they would have their own. Probably, I don't think they would share them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But yeah, you're right. Okay.
And then like a big football field in between the two. There we go.
It's built on an old air base. Oh. Huh.
There you go.
Now you're thinking, Dave.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, it was former military barracks.
Yeah.
Converted into a school. All right. So
I'm already thinking of rumors.
All right. Yeah, no, we're getting there. We're almost there.
Okay.
All right. So let's come up with some locations for the town. Okay, that the kids can hang out at. We'll start with let's start with the grocery store. Okay. What is the name of the grocery store?
Alpha Beta. No.
That's an actual grocery store.
I know. I'm just remembering it from my childhood.
Yeah.
Something Farms. Harmony Farms. Something like that.
Harmony Farms grocery store. I'd imagine like a lot of grocery stores are named after their founders. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Ruth's. Jeff's
Foods. Nobody spells Jeff like that over here. But anyway, okay, so like we have a large grocery store chain here in Texas called HEB. Okay, so it's called HEB because it's named after the founder, the founder's name is Harold E. Butts. So if you really think about it, his parents named him Harry Butts. So. Yeah, and that's HEB. And then we got Kroger's and Randall's. Those are all named after the founders of the grocery stores and stuff like that. So.
Okay. I like Harold's, or like McAllister's.
Harry Butts Whole Foods. And they actually own Whole Foods Market, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, something like Miller's. Or I kind of like Harold's, but that's kind of hard to. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. Harold's Grocery. It's all right. Head on down to the Harold's. There's some milk and eggs. Yeah. Williamson's Goods and Grocery. Uh-oh. I can hear you.
Hold on here. All right, is that better? Sorry. I pushed the wrong button.
Oh.
While writing.
Yeah, I like Williamson's Goods and Grocery, and then maybe we call it Will's for short. Like, some people call it Williamson's, some people just call it Will's.
Okay. Well, that's okay. How about Williamson's Goods instead of goods and groceries? Just call it goods, or
Okay.
or groceries.
Williamson's,
Grocery.
Williamson's Goods.
Williamson's Goods.
I like goods. Williamson's Goods.
Okay. All right. So, and this is going to be probably where the majority of the town. Well, they all shop there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps that's another spot where families kind of run into each other, meet each other up within. So there's a grocery store. What about should we have a farmer's market? Is 3,000 enough for a farmer's market?
Did they have those? I don't know.
Oh, farmers markets have been around forever.
But wouldn't? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
What about a flea market? Like a community garage sale.
Would it be something that's always open, or like a weekly thing?
Maybe on the weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say a flea market.
Like a swap meet.
Swap meet. Same thing.
Yeah.
Swap meet. Okay, there's a swap meet being held.
You have to understand how sheltered I am. I've lived in this one town my whole life.
Yeah, that's
like I don't know how other people do things.
Yeah, no, you need to get out. All right, so I like the town square. Because Colorado is one of the states where there is a town square. Even though our particular town is not all that old, maybe they decided that they were going to emulate some of the other old towns that are around them and have like there's a town square, and in this town square would be the courthouse.
Maybe a big fountain.
Courthouse, yeah.
Or a statue of some sort.
Okay, there you go. All right, so fountain. What would the statue be?
That's what I'm trying to think of. So I would think that they're probably trying to make it seem like emulate an older town to make it feel more like homely, and so they'll probably think up some kind of bullshit like this is the man whose idea it was to create this town, and try and make it seem like a like a Civil War hero, but it's really just some guy. And maybe there could be rumors about him, but it could be like the CEO of the corporation.
Oh, here we go. The statue is of Bill Williamson.
The grocery store guy?
The grocery store guy.
Okay.
But maybe it was his descendant or something like that first came across this patch of ground or whatever and founded it. Bill Williamson.
Oh, excuse me.
So a statue of Bill Williamson, and he would be donned in like Western gear, maybe even have like.
Okay. So he's a historical figure. He's not alive anymore. So
yeah, he's probably well dead.
Okay.
But you know what? But you know what? Maybe he never existed in the first place. This is just all part of the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it was in the military before starting the grocery store, and they wanted to commemorate him. That's a good one too. I like that. But I saw your suggestion there. The town square would also would have the police station. Okay. It would also probably have, what else would it have in the town squares? It would probably have like some miscellaneous shops.
Courthouse, police station. Let me think. What other?
Like a clothing store, shoe store.
Hardware store?
Maybe a hardware store. Very good. Yeah, hardware store. Let's see, you're not that sheltered. You know what a hardware store is? Okay.
Shut up. Only because of books.
A hardware store. So, all right,
Stephen King.
That's good. A hardware store. That would be something. And a bike shop.
Yes.
Bike shop. Maybe the bike shop is in the back of the hardware store. That's probably better, I think.
Do you think there would be like some kind of like an antique or thrift store, or would the flea market serve that?
the swap meet would be for all the townspeople to go to and set up their booths. Okay, so the hardware store, and in the back of the hardware store is the bike shop. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, and then we, what did you say? Antique store?
Like an antique shop or thrift shop. Combination of the two.
A Goodwill type thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the hardware store, let's come up with a name for the hardware store. I think that'd be a very important one.
Yeah. Like Thompson's.
We're not going to have sons of for everything.
Oh, yeah, because we already have Williamson's. All right, so then... any local business like butchers. Oh, butcher! We should have a butcher.
Fishmonger.
Any local business like butchers or fish, or they don't exist because of Williamson's. That's a good point.
Metal Planet. Like
you may not need a butcher because it might be in the.
Probably. I imagine that Williamson's is a multi-purpose because since it was built. Do inland cities have fishmongers? They have fish, right? You just get your fish from Williamson. I think that because this town was established later, Williamson's is probably only 10 years old. I mean, it's probably around this time. I didn't think about it. Where would the mall be? Maybe the mall is still like 20 miles away. The kids still go there. Okay.
Say that a town that small probably doesn't have a mall. There's probably like a bigger town, like you said, like 20 minutes away that they would have to go to.
Right. So the kids on bikes would actually be limited to going there whenever they caught a ride with friends. All right. So so Williamson's that's where the meat market would be. That's where dairy, produce, cheese, all that stuff. So going back to the name of the hardware store. Frank's Hardware. There we go. How's that?
I was gonna say Hank's.
Well,
that's too on the nose.
Yeah,
Frank's.
I was going to
that's
say
perfect.
That. Yeah.
Frank's Hardware. I love it.
So, and then we said an antique shop. We'll figure that out later. Maybe an ice cream parlor.
Ice cream parlor, drugstore.
Drugstore, okay. That's good.
Drugstore. Yeah.
All right, and maybe a place to get your hair did. What is that called? A salon?
A salon, yeah.
Hair salon. Okay.
Yeah, you'd need a salon. This is or a beauty parlor. We'd call it a beauty parlor.
A beauty parlor. This is all stuff in the town square. Hi. All right. Well, I had a train of thought here. Beauty parlor, blah, blah, blah. All right, so a little bit off of town square, but still within the town limits is a bowling alley. Should it be a bowling alley or a roller rink? I think maybe can it be both? That'd be a main event, huh?
Yeah, I would say bowling alley because roller rinks were more like a 70s thing, right?
Well, I mean, we're talking about a town that was made in the 70s.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay,
we have to decide, do we want it to be more for kids or more for adults? Because a roller rink would be just for kids, and a bowling alley would be for both.
Okay, so let's do
because it would have an arcade.
Let's say that bowling alley is separate from the roller rink, and the roller rink has an arcade in it.
Okay, so then the bowling alley would probably be just for grown-ups.
Well, I mean, the kids could go too, but yeah, that's where the bowling leagues. That's where the adults. Yeah, because there's going to be a bar there and stuff like that. But kids can be around.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They can, yeah, but they probably wouldn't want to. They would probably be there because their parents made them go with them. There might be like a small arcade in there. You know, like just to keep kids busy.
Bowling alley with a defunct roller rink. What if they were adjacent from each other? So, like the parents kick their kids out over at the roller rink and then go over to the bowling alley.
Yeah, they can share a parking lot.
They can share a parking lot. Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Okay, shared parking lot.
Yeah.
I like that. A good idea. Shared parking lot.
Yeah.
I
So like
that.
you'll see kids in there, you know, like maybe asking their parents for more money or something like that, or like checking in.
Right.
But you see them like going back and forth a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people hanging out in the parking lot too. Just kind of like maybe the teens like have like the older teens have their cars and they like showing off the cars or booming stereos and stuff like that. Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
And the bad kids probably like try and drink in secret.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
All right, so bowling alley, rolling rink. Okay, so the library. The library, should that be on the town square as well? Or should that be elsewhere?
I'd say town square.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's like a government building. It would make sense that it would be near like the courthouse and stuff.
Or is it in the same building as the courthouse? I think it should be its own separate building, actually.
I think so too. It should be a separate building. Just in the same area.
The Bill H. Williamson Memorial Hall, Library. There you go. And so would this have a burger place nearby or ice cream parlor? Ice cream parlor is going to be on the square, and we'll have a burger joint.
The burger joint.
That's true.
Should it be?
Well, the ice cream parlor, yeah, probably a diner. That's good. The ice cream parlor and the drugstore kind of go hand in hand. Here in the States, they were always kind of. They had there was a pharmacy on one side and the soda jerk on the other side. So, what did you say? What did you just say? For you said something.
The diner.
Yeah, diner
instead of a burger. Yeah.
A diner. Okay, a greasy spoon.
Yeah.
That would probably be nearer to the highway. Also, too, I was going to make a suggestion that there's a major highway, but it takes like 3 minutes to get there, like by vehicle. Like this road is actually, or this town is actually pretty far off the beaten path. Like people don't just wander here. Like if you're in this town, you were set.
You didn't just stop on a road trip.
Right.
Yeah, you went. You have. Yeah.
Right. Like there's a reason why you're here. So that would be good. You know, in case strangers show up. The highway was built and it bypassed the town. Right. Exactly. All right. So. Yeah. All right. So. But the diner itself will not be in town. It will be by the highway. Because the diner gets a lot of highway traffic, along with a hotel, along with a motel.
Yeah.
There's a motel there as well.
It's like a 10-15 room.
Yeah.
You know, like
what? Like
a
motel.
Row.
Yeah, the motel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motel.
Okay, motel. We'll come up with a name for that later, but yeah, and the diner. Okay, and the diner's attached to the motel.
Maybe like adults use the motel to have affairs.
Nah, they would go.
It's like
a bit further than that.
It's like an open secret. You think so?
Oh yeah, they'd go further than that. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. Y'all continue to brainstorm, and I'll be back.
Actually, no, I have to pee too. So let's just do break thing.
Oh, all right.
Be right back. So yeah,
All right.
I want to get
back,
more.
guys.
All right. BRB.
PRB. P right back. Lasagna is not very good cold. I'm back. Alright, so I'm just sketching out the diner slash hotel. So that I envision that the motel is attached to this. It's a single level. You know, you park the spaces that you park in the space in front of your motel room, and the diner is actually in the shape of like a tiki hut. Kind of got that tiki hut roof, the real tall, high-pitched roof, because they wanted it to seem really exotic, make the place seem very exotic, but really it's just a dive. There's lounge jazz being played over the speakers all the time. Hey, they have a jukebox where you could play different song selections if you wanted to, but like at your booth, there might be like a little individual thing. So yeah, and we'll call the diner the Kon-Tiki Diner. And even though they look exotic, the food is just basically greasy food and stuff like that. Alright. Saw her briefly. See if I can figure out what's going on with my sound. Go here. Alright, let's. There you go. Hey!
I'm back.
I'm back. So I was just thinking. Came up with a good idea for the diner.
Okay.
Okay. So it is attached to the hotel. Okay? Or the motel. It's attached to the motel. And it's in the shape of a tiki hut. Okay? It was like they
Okay.
built it because it was like going to be like it seemed like an exotic place, right? Like you see it on the road, you can see it. Maybe it's even called like the Con Tiki, right? And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like there's this really, but you go in and it's just like a regular greasy spoon on the inside. Maybe they have lounge jazz playing, pumping over the intercom or whatever, but it's just, you know, poorly lit and you know, it's got booze and stuff like that, and perhaps even like the bar area is kind of dressed up like the tiki style, because that was a really big
Yeah,
thing.
like hay type straw.
Right, like the
Yeah.
thatch or whatever.
Thatch, that's what it is. Yeah.
Thatch, yeah, the Con Tiki. And so, yeah, maybe there's like little tiki statues, you know, sitting around there or whatever, that have become like worn and chipped over the years, and I mean, it's not all that old, but it's this, you know, they obviously haven't had a lot of time spent on that, and the motel, I imagine, or the motel itself is probably shaped in a U, and you know, you go and you park in front of your room.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe, I don't know. What do you think? A U or just one straight line?
I was thinking just like a strip. If anything, maybe an L.
Okay. All right, we can do that. All right, so getting back to, how's the music level now? Is that okay, guys? Can y'all hear Con Tiki? That was a style. That was actually a style. Let's see here. Why am I not?
Oh, excuse me.
How did that happen?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it's it's like a travel agency, tourism agency, Kontiki. I forgot about that. My cousin told me about this when I was younger. She wanted me to do one of these.
It was, well, the Kontiki was actually a movie as well, back in the 1950s. Let's see, who was in it? Yeah, it was a documentary about this guy that rafted across the South Seas in a raft to prove that maybe that they that the anyway, it's probably the most exotic place that they can think of, you know, to sit there and have it. It looks so funny. I can go out of my frame. Like if you look at me, I'm like, I'm out of the
That's actually kind of cool. Like you're coming out of the TV. Ha! That's fun. I like that.
Anyway, okay, so, but I think that further up the road, there's a much larger town, maybe with a population like 40,000 on it, where they would actually have a mall, and they would have like, but they're also rivals. Like, what happened to my pen? They're like football rivals. Like they have to play them. You know, they have to go way out of town to go play them. Stuff like that. So,
and maybe the bigger town, those are like the rich kids. You know, like they have better equipment and stuff.
Oh, there he goes.
In our town, they're like the underdogs.
Yeah. That's I think that's where we're going to go to next, as far as the neighborhoods. So are we going to? Is our town going to be rather homogenous, where it's just the same social economic level throughout the whole town, or is there like better parts of town and like the, or maybe like the trailer park style type?
I would say nobody is upper middle class. Everyone is either like middle or lower middle, or like lower middle or poor. So like maybe there could be like a trailer park where like the poor people live, and then
1 or 2 houses, big houses. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like the middle class people live in like houses, like tract housing or whatever.
Right. So there is tract housing, because it's still relatively new, right? It's only any house there would be probably younger than, say, 20 years. Tract house subdivision.
Maybe.
Man, there maybe is an
Maybe.
older part of the town that was outside the military base before, right?
Well, I'm thinking, like Dave said, maybe 1 or 2 big houses. Maybe there are a few big houses where, like, the people who are in charge of that, that corporation or whatever it is.
Gated community.
Yeah.
Gated community. Larger houses. Okay. But most citizens middle class.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That sounds good to me. Okay, so let us talk. Let's talk rumors.
Okay.
All right. I need everybody's participation in this. Okay. All right. So, Salki, what is one rumor you heard about our town?
So, one rumor is that the lake has a monster called the Maasai monster living in it, and that's why no one swims in it.
Okay. Maasai monster. Okay. Dave, what is one rumor about our town? I'm gonna say there's rumors of strange lights occurring up on the other side of the mountain. On the other side of the mountain.
Oh. They've got a good one.
Okay, well, local forest has an old house that no one knows. Okay. Okay, old house in forest.
Like, yeah, in a nearby forest.
Alright.
It could be like, yeah, there's a house there, no one knows how it got there, where it came from, but like maybe some kids say they've seen it, but like they probably haven't really, because like you have to hike, you know, to find it.
Okay. Alright. Peanut, you still there? I don't know if she's still around or not.
Did Lamontia come back?
Mm.
She went BRB. Oh, yeah, she's back. Okay. Let's see. What's a rumor, Lamontia?
It's a rumor about our town.
We can only do one rumor each.
Well,
can I stop thinking of stuff?
If you come up with some more, I mean, more rumors we had,
Okay.
that's more material I'll have to work with, right?
Alright. Lamontia, right now we're doing the part where we come up with rumors about the town. So we just think of a rumor and tell to Timeslip, and he, as the game master, is going to decide which ones are true and which ones are just rumors.
One rumor we already have, Lamontia, is the lake has the moss-eyed monster. Another rumor is strange lights on the other side of the keep flashing on the other side of the mountain. And a third rumor we have is that there's an old house in the forest that no one knows how it got there or what its history is, but they think that a witch may live there. Peanut says sometimes people find these perfectly smooth oval rocks in the area that are perfectly smooth and white. Some people think they are dropped by aliens. Some people think that they're spirits that live in the forest. Some think they are just old rocks. Where are the rocks? Where do they find them? Just anywhere? Even like in town?
Maybe like yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say like on the river or lake, like shore bank.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, Peanut. Yeah, like you mostly find them in the forest and near the lake, but every now and then you'll find one like in the street or on the sidewalk or something. Just like randomly. Got that kid. So I'm very certain I think that finding one in someone's yard means something bad is going to happen in their family.
Okay.
But most people think they're harmless.
All right.
I like that.
Good.
That's good.
Oh, I got.
Yeah. That's a good one. Meaty.
Maybe a symbol appears on one of the rocks every once in a while. Like a ruin.
Maybe like it appears but only temporarily, so like people who say they've seen him, no one believes them. Or if it's on there permanently, they'll say like, you just drew it on there, you painted it yourself, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You try pranks on us by writing on it with charcoal or pen. Yeah. So there probably are fake ones too, as well as real ones.
Something about the hotel. Okay.
Yeah. Real ones only show up on the water. It's a motel.
Yeah, it's a one. It's like a strip motel, like one floor.
Yeah, one floor, like roadside.
Like the Bates,
side
like the Bates
of the
hotel,
highway.
right?
Yeah, exactly. With a diner attached.
The Kontiki Diner.
Yeah.
Why is my keyboard breathing now? I don't want it to breathe.
I hate that. The pulsing. I can't stand it. It's too much sensory input.
Oh, I figured it out.
It is never rented out. Ooh.
Plot to vacancy. We got a forest that you can use.
Murder.
So,
okay.
Okay, murder.
Oh, excuse me.
At the hotel. Murder at the hotel. Hotel. Okay. Like there was a murder and then, but no one really knows for sure about it. It was never reported, or what's the deal?
I think she's saying that the fact is that there is a room in the motel that never gets rented out, and the rumor is that the reason for that is that there was a murder in there.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
I didn't see the. Okay, we're at the hotel. Okay, one room doesn't get rented out. Okay.
It could be that he's elusive about it because maybe it attracts attention and sometimes gives him business.
Okay, what?
So that's why he never.
Are we gonna go with the obvious?
I was gonna say 6, but it could be 13.
Oh, there's like a place that serial killer once stayed there. Rumor they stayed.
We could make it room 13 so that like yeah, the rumor is that, someone was murdered there or something like that. And then some people could say like, no, it's just because the owner is really suspicious, like,
Superstitious?
Superstitious, yeah, that's what the word.
Why would you build a hotel with a 13th room?
I don't know. That's a good point. Maybe he didn't build it. Maybe someone else built it and he took it over.
Okay. All right. So we've all said a rumor. If you think of another rumor, by all means, share it. Okay. Well, we're going to move on. We're going to go we're going to go on to the next section, which is let's talk about NPCs. Some key people in town. Maybe people think that he saves a room, so he always has one available, and the motel is never full enough to confirm. Gotcha. Okay.
That's a good one, because they're like, you can. It's easy to explain if Timeslip decides to make it just a rumor and not real.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we can start with the police. So the police, I think there should be in the police. There would be a dispatcher, and maybe the dispatcher doubles as the secretary. Maybe kind of like a what was that? What was her name from Monster Inc?
Roz.
Roz.
I love Roz.
You don't say.
Your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Yeah. Did you finish your paperwork?
The local chemist. Oh, the drugstore. Okay, that's what you call.
Okay, dispatcher.
That's what you call the drugstore.
Secretary.
Pharmacist.
Okay. So, what's her name?
Ross? No. Patty.
Pharmacist. Okay.
Or Rosie.
Oh yeah. We're talking about. We've established all the locations that we have in the town. Now we've established some rumors. If you can think of any rumors for the town that we can use, Giddy, by all means, throw that in there as well. The rumors that may or may not be true. Okay, we'll make that determination. And then now we're talking about the NPCs, the different characters that the kids can run across through in town. That kind of key people. We're starting with the police station. We said that there's a dispatcher secretary. The secretary we know is married to the pharmacist, and so her name is Patricia, like Lamontia's character, but she goes by Patty.
Patty, yeah. Everyone calls her Patty. Trish.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, you go by Trish, but she goes by Patty. You see?
Yeah, no, yeah, we're saying the
dispatcher, yeah.
Not you,
Okay,
yeah, no.
Catch up!
The dispatcher lady goes by Patty, because she's an older lady.
Right. Yeah, she goes by Patty. My name is Patty.
Yeah.
Patty, so does Patty have a last name? Patty... Not Smith.
Patty
Smith. Like Patty Smith.
Patty Smith is great. It would be the same as the pharmacist, so like...
Kulitz. Okay, good German, something Polish name, whatever that is. Kulitz. Okay, Patty Kulitz. Okay, so the pharmacist's name would be Kulitz as well, but we'll get to that. So there's a dispatcher, and then there's the police, the police chief. Okay.
I feel like we should have a police chief, but then also like a deputy, like a young...
Of course, but we're going one by one.
Inexperienced. Okay. Alright.
Jumping ahead.
I know, I do that a lot.
Alright. So, police chief. So, is the police chief, someone was saying, I think Dave was saying he's like an old school kind of guy. Should he be old school? Should he be laid back? Is he going to be apathetic? Does he care about his job? Why is he in this location? We're going to assume there's probably not a lot that goes along here. So,
he's pretty strict.
Okay, strict. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say he's not laid back at all. He's pretty strict. He's not mean. Like, he has the town and the kids' best interest at heart, but he's a very tough love kind of.
It's a military background. Military background.
Yeah.
Okay, military background. Okay, maybe he was Injured in Vietnam.
He's seen some shit. Yeah, he's seen some shit.
Injured in Vietnam. I think that'd be good. All right. And do we have a name for him?
Leibowitz.
Leibowitz. Okay. Leibowitz. Officer Leibowitz. Oh, do we really want to do that? Leibowitz?
No, we don't. We don't have to.
Okay, hold on. I'm writing it down. Maybe he's lost 2 fingers on one hand. Okay, missing 2 fingers. Very good.
That's a good one.
Missing 2 fingers on his... Which hand?
Probably the hand that he doesn't use.
Yeah. On his on his left hand. He'll be right-handed.
His left, yeah. Let's make it simple, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so, we used... I used Hannigan for... Hannigan, yeah, his name was Hannigan. That was interacting with TJ.
I like that. Because it reminds you of the hand and the missing fingers.
Okay, so let's call him Hannigan. Hannigan.
Bill Hannigan.
Oh, we can't have another Bill.
Yeah.
Come on, we got too many.
Oh, we already. How about Richard?
Richard.
Dick.
Yeah, because kids.
Hannigan.
Yeah, kids call him Dick.
Yeah, Chief Dick. You know.
Dick.
Officer Dick.
James Hannigan. James Hannigan. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar?
James, and then people also call James like Jim and Jimmy, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think
James,
actually,
Jimmy.
I think Dick is good. Dick Hannigan.
Yeah, I like Dick.
Dick Hannigan.
Yeah.
And then also maybe he does a little bit of detective work, and he's kind of a private dick. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so we got, and then you said that we're going to have like a. Should we call him a rookie, or he's just relatively new? He's not really a rookie.
I don't think he's a rookie. He's just relatively new. He's probably like in his 30s, you know. So he's not super young, but he hasn't seen shit, you know, like Dick has. So he's more laid back.
So he was too young to go into Vietnam. Vietnam ended before he did, which was 74. So let's say he is. Let's say he was 18 in 74. Let's say he was. He's 28. Okay, he's 28 years old.
Okay.
Okay. He's not fresh. He's not fresh out of the academy, but he doesn't. I want to say the police chief is 45 years old. All right, he's not straight out of the.
Jimmy Lane.
Jimmy Lane.
Good
Okay.
name.
All right.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lane.
Officer Lane.
All right. So is he maybe? Is he laid back, or is he more? Baby.
He's laid back. He's not apathetic. Like, he cares, but he just doesn't understand what Dick's what's his deal. Like, why does he get worried all the time? Like, just chill out. Like, kids are kids, you know. They're gonna do what they do. You know.
So if the kids were to run into either one of the officers, they would rather be run into with Jimmy Lane. Officer Lane.
Yeah, because like he'll help them out, you know, like if they seem like they're in trouble, you know, he'll drive them home or whatever, but he's not gonna like walk them to the door like Dick would, and you know, be like, "You're kid," you know. Yeah, exactly. He'll be like, "You be more careful, stay out of trouble." You know, and I was young once. I was your age, but you know.
Dave, made a nice clip for you there, Alfie.
God damn it! Fucking Dave. Didn't expect anything else.
All right, so we got police chief, younger officer. So that is our law enforcement. There's a truant. I would think we would have a truancy officer as well. They don't have those really anymore. I don't think they just kind of handed over to the police. But back in the day, there was someone that was considered a truancy officer, and they were at the school. So
really,
So
Okay.
they didn't like carry a firearm or anything like that. They would just,
Maybe a clipboard.
they would hear about a kid skipping school, and they would go try and find the kid or whatever and stuff like that, and say, hey, you're supposed to be in school, or issue a ticket to the parents for the kid not being at school. So a truancy officer, and,
Like a social worker kind of thing?
no, he was just some dude. It's like,
Well, I guess
he
just some. Oh, wow.
attendance
So he didn't like.
yeah, it's like an attendance truancy officer. So truancy officer. Let's say
Good times.
probably we'll make him overzealous. Loves
Like
it-
a hall monitor.
No, they don't.
No, I'm saying I'm saying if you're making him overzealous,
Uh-huh.
like how hall monitors are overzealous,
Oh,
like
okay.
they think they
relish
have
in the
way
power.
more power than they really do.
Right. Power hungry.
Yeah.
So he kind of hunts. He likes the hunt of the kids.
Yeah.
Hunts down kids. He has
Like a dog catcher that hates dogs.
Yeah. That's dumb kid. Like he probably drives like a old Ford LTD. I mean, they're missing like half of its hubcaps, and
Aww.
it used to be a police car, but they because you kind of see the silhouette of police on the side of it, but they had to take the stickers off or whatever. So all right, and he's
That's great.
probably morbidly obese.
You think so? I was imagining like a super skinny, lanky guy.
Well, I think that I think the kids should be able to outrun him.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Morbidly obese.
Okay.
Okay, but what is his name?
Would they call him by his first name or his last name?
I don't know.
Maybe like a nickname based on his first and last name. Let's see. Like Tubman.
Tubman, like Harriet Tubman?
Harry Tubman. No. But yeah, like Harriet Tubman. Something Tubman. Daniel Crenshaw.
Crunchy to
Crenchie.
kids. I like that. Daniel Crenshaw. Daniel Crunchy. Crenshaw.
Cringy.
Okay. Oh, I do like that. All right, so
Yeah.
that is our law enforcement. So let's go move over to the school. Go over to school. The principal.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, so I imagine the principal is not a principal, like what was his name? Ned Flanders.
Don't put the pal back in principal.
But I think a school janitor who's overly nice to the kids enough that it's creepy. Always boiled sweets.
Boiled sweets.
Has boiled. What are boiled sweets?
Yeah. What's boiled sweets?
Office has a little TV in it that's always on and playing reruns of the show. Alright, that's good. I like that. We'll come to that here in a minute, because
Yeah.
I like that description there. So the principal, okay, who's the leader of the school. I Skinner's kind of cool. I think that he was kind of a neat principal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually.
He was.
I'll look that up. Never heard of boiled sweets before. Boiled.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was covered in boils. Boiled sweets.
Oh. Like hard candies?
Oh,
I've
hard
never heard
candies.
them called that before.
Yeah, hard candy.
Okay. I get you.
Are they like hard on the outside and off in the center or something?
I think it's just like your generic hard candy. Fruit drops.
Yeah, that's like grandma candy, right?
Yeah, like the
you gotta get
that
one
don't
out
actually really
you get one out of the candy dish and they all stick together.
Yeah, and they're really loud. Yeah. Okay, so principal.
Okay, going back to principal. I'm going to call him Jacobs.
Okay.
Okay.
How about Ken? Ken Jacobs?
Kenneth Jacobs.
Yeah, Ken.
KJ.
Yeah.
Kenneth Jacobs. Kind of a no nonsense. I would think, right? Nonsense.
Yeah.
Principal. He handles all the discipline of the school. Handles all discipline. Because the school doesn't have a vice principal right now. Maybe because something happened. So he's having to run the school by himself until they hire another vice principal. Maybe he's a little bitter about it.
Do all schools, like even smaller schools, also have vice principals?
Usually, yeah, because the principal usually handles like stuff from the school out, and the vice principals handle all the stuff that happens in the school. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, the principal deals with the school board or like acquisitions or that type of stuff, while the vice principals deal with like discipline or
staff.
Staff issues and stuff. So, all right.
Okay.
So, no vice principal. What about a secretary?
Yeah.
Mrs. Poole. Rosie.
Yeah.
She's got the horn-rimmed glasses.
Yeah. With like the beaded chain thingy
right,
glasses.
right.
Yeah.
She's probably like 42, but she looks like she's in her late 50s.
Yeah. She chews gum a lot.
Alright. So, we'll talk about the janitor. What kind of name for the janitor there, Giddy?
He could maybe only go by his first name.
Right.
That's what I would imagine for a janitor.
Daryl?
Derry, Daryl, Derry. Daryl Avery.
Oh, Derry Avery.
Well, Derry is like a nickname for Daryl.
Is it?
Isn't it? Isn't it? I thought it was.
Derry is the name of the town, and
It is. It is.
I see what you did there.
It's my favorite book.
Looking at the right camera. I don't wonder why my camera's not working. It's weird. Okay, so... Alright, he could be Derry Avery, but he... Creepy Carl. Yeah. Scary Derry. Call him
Scary Derry!
His name is Derry Derry Avery, but we'll call him Scary Derry. Okay, Scary Derry.
Yes.
That's good. Alright, so overly friendly. So, has a room in the boiler room.
Oh, excuse me. He's always got those hard candies, but like they're the gross kind that no one actually likes, so no one ever takes them from him.
Right. Yeah, they're not individually wrapped. They just got sit inside.
They're just like
inside of a
like lid
sandwich bag.
stuck to him. Ew, gross.
Would you like some candy?
Maybe he makes them himself.
boiler room. In a boiler room with a TV with bad reception.
Yeah. An antenna sticking out and everything.
Yeah,
flipping
tinfoil.
around.
Tinfoil on it.
His Nana makes some fun. Yeah. Yeah, so they're always all warm and probably like misshapen.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. I like that. I like that as Nana
Yeah.
makes it. Like he's really trying
Yeah.
to be. He really is trying to be nice.
Yeah.
That's not coming
And
off. It's just not coming off right.
he might even, like, he probably refers to them as Nana's candies. You want one of Nana's candies? She made them just for you guys.
Nana's candy. I gotta write that down. Nana's candy.
Yeah.
He drives a van.
He's a simpleton.
He drives a van that has no
Well,
windows.
yeah, he has like a maintenance van,
Yeah, right,
you know.
like a maintenance van. No windows on it. It's the wrong message altogether.
Yeah,
like,
he's
well,
always
yeah.
smiling.
He's like legit
He's
nice.
always in a great mood. Yeah.
Maybe likes onions too much. That's kind of that odor.
He eats peanut butter and onion sandwiches for lunch.
Or that's
Or
a rumor.
something like that. Yeah.
That's a rumor.
Yeah.
Whistles while he works. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
enough of the. We've given a lot of
Okay.
character to this janitor.
Harry the janitor is going to be a very rich NPC.
Yeah, Scary Dairy.
Yeah, scary Harry.
All right, so let's go to the teachers. Okay, I think there's a kindergarten teacher that
I would say she. Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
that the kids really hardly ever interact with, but they see her every once in a while, and she's always frazzled.
Sure. Okay.
She's always kind of on the verge of a mental breakdown.
Okay, that's fun.
Okay, we'll call her Mrs. Or Miss, because she's gonna be young.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she? I would say she's young and single, lives alone,
All right.
might always live alone.
All right. Yeah. So Miss Miss Heine.
Miss Heine.
Miss Heine. That's my teacher. My son's teacher last year. Her name was Miss Heine. Yeah. She was like one of those teachers that always like wore like the pants with like the bedazzled stuff on the butt. I don't know why it. It's like why?
They're so
why?
ugly.
But yeah, why would a teacher be wearing those? Why would they be wearing anything that would draw attention to their ass?
Yeah, come on, man.
This is Heine.
Wear those to the club, to the bar,
That's right.
to happy hour.
To happy hour.
Teachers always go
to
to
the
fucking
bowling
happy
alley
hour.
or to the...
Yeah, the bowling alley happy hour that they have every Friday.
Okay, Miss Heine, always on the verge of mental breakdown. On the verge. Okay. So, breakdown. I don't think we need to get too much into like the elementary level. I don't know if right now we don't only have teenagers anyway. So the science teacher? Let's talk about the science teacher. I think the science teacher, should we make them a stereotypical nerd or?
I was thinking that the science teacher might be cool to make it a female.
Okay.
Who's kind of maybe similar to the kindergarten teacher, where she's single, lives alone. She might be like pretty eccentric. She's probably doesn't really have any romantic like interests. But maybe there's another teacher there, like the math teacher, who's a dude who like they would probably go together really well.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep like they're so oblivious, that they don't, because they're so like involved in like math and science.
Call her Lisa. Basically, it's Lamontia. Okay.
That's actually a good idea. Yes. Yeah.
Call her Lisa Lamontia. Or Lamont. Lisa Lamont.
That might be a little too similar.
A little too similar. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so. Well, you know, a real popular name that you don't hear very much is Sally. What did you just say?
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking Lemon. Lisa Lemon, Miss Lemon, Ms. Lemon.
Okay, that's good. All right, I like it. Good. With 2 M's, like Mount Lemon.
Lemmon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she can correct kids. It's like it's Lemon.
French, it's Lemon.
It's Lemon.
Okay. Yeah. And she probably drives like a rundown car. She doesn't care, you know. She's not concerned with such things.
No, I think she should drive a MGB convertible.
MGB?
Yeah,
really?
Little MGB convertible.
How can she afford that?
She wouldn't afford it. I mean, it's old. They were pretty old. By this time, they would have been pretty old, getting up there.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was her dad's?
No, she was out shopping for a car one day, and she saw it, and she said, "You know what? I'm going to spend a little bit of money on myself."
Okay.
So, if, in case y'all don't know what an MGB is, here's a pretty good photo.
I didn't before, but I'm looking at pictures right now. But yeah, this isn't the type of car that a dad would have. This is the type of car that a woman would have.
This is a girl's car, yeah, definitely.
It's a chick car, yeah. Can it be like a light blue or like a mint green?
Okay. And the roof has holes in it.
Oh. That makes me sad.
Well, no, she got to figure it out with duct tape.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Maybe she formulated her own sealant.
All right. There you go. And see, the thing is that the reason I was thinking of that, because if she's single, she's only going to have a 2-seater car. She's not going to have a big car, you know.
Yeah.
And she would.
Okay.
And I can always imagine like she's driving and like the trunk lid she can't quite close the trunk lid. She's got all this crap.
It doesn't latch
because she got a bunch of crap piled in the back of it, like, you know, beakers and test tubes and stuff like that. All right. So math.
It rattles.
It rattles. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And smoke's constantly pouring out of the back of the thing. Math. So the math teacher. Nerdy guy. Are we saying he's nerdy too? Awkward.
Yeah. So like they're kind of like cut from the same cloth. They get along well, and they would probably make a great couple, but they're both so oblivious that they don't realize it.
Is he able to explain concepts to the kids pretty well, or does he talk above their head all the time? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, say that again?
Is he able to explain things on the kids' levels, or is he constantly like talking over? So okay, I'll give you why we had this guy. I used to be a substitute teacher, and we had this guy. The guy was brilliant, very very smart math guy. But he always like kind of talked above the kids' levels, and like there were certain kids that got it, you know, boom 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 boom. But there was like a large portion that didn't, you know, and they were constantly locked in his class. So I would go, whenever he was out. He's actually quite sick quite often. Actually, when he's out, he would request me because the kids, I was able to go back and reteach them the things that they missed, and they were able to learn. They were like, oh, okay, now I get it.
That's funny.
I like it when you're here because I can understand what I'm supposed to do now. It's not like it's not like his explanation was bad. He was just didn't. You know, he
knew the subject matter really well. He just wasn't good at teaching it. Like to be a teacher, you can't just know the material that you're teaching. You have to be good at teaching it. I remember learning that when I worked with kids too. we were teachers' aides, we were having to take training so that we can understand 5th grade math, so that we could like help the 5th graders with it. And so one of the teachers was like teaching us the math, and he was explaining to us like, I'm not talking down to you. I'm not trying to like be condescending. I'm just explaining it like a teacher does, not like a math genius does, kind of thing. My job isn't to show off to you how smart I am. It's to actually teach you this stuff.
So what's the math teacher's name?
I had a name in my head. What was it?
Oh, you know what? Maybe we could make it. Maybe we should make this an alliteration. His name an alliteration, an LL alliteration as well. Littered.
Yeah.
Littered Lions. No. Maybe not.
No. Similar to his first name.
Mr. Lyons. I think Mr. Lyons.
Lehman?
How do you spell that?
Leeman. No, that's too close to lemon.
Very close to lemon.
Never mind.
Lester. Oh, I like that. Lester Lyons. There you go.
I like Lester. Yeah, Lester Lyons.
Mr. Lyons.
Lisa Lemon and Lester Lyons.
There you go. Possible match. Match. For Lisa.
Shut up, Dave. Yeah.
Alright, bye. So, okay. So, do we have like a arts? Should the arts and the drama be two? Arts, drama, and music all be separate, right? Think so?
I mean, I would think so, but again, like I don't really know what the norm would be for a smaller school back then.
So the arts teacher, drama teacher,
all separate. Oh, excuse me.
And
there's art, drama, and music.
Music teacher and English teacher. English teacher,
Science, math,
and then
English.
a history teacher.
History, yeah. Oh god.
Alright. Our teacher's a female hippie.
Yeah, some kind of hippie for sure.
Okay.
Let's say.
Drama teacher.
Oh, wait, hold on. Giddy had an idea earlier about. Yeah. Okay. He said it should be the history teacher. Youngish, handsome male history teacher who wants to be liked and calls everyone dude, and all the girls have a crush on him.
Well, we're talking about like 1984.
I was thinking he could be art.
Dude was not coming into.
Well, it doesn't have to be dude. It just, he. That particular trope would be cool to have, like the young male teacher who like tries to be on their level, and I'm one of you guys, and all the girls have crushes on him, but in real life he's actually kind of a loser.
Or for the history teacher? Which one?
Well, Giddy suggested the history teacher. I'm thinking that maybe the art teacher would make a good.
No, I want a hippie.
That guy.
I want a dirty hippie.
You want a hippie?
I want a dirty hippie as the art teacher.
Okay.
Or I guess we could make the history teacher a dirty hippie, and so he actually teaches alternate history.
Yeah.
like
Sorry.
There's
Yes.
what the textbook says.
Yeah.
But he kind of
that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah. The Vietnam
Like
War, man.
Like in Dazed and Confused at the beginning when they're leaving, that one teacher who's talking about 4th of July, like, don't forget what you're celebrating. What does she say? A bunch of rich aristocratic white males didn't want to pay their taxes. And yeah, she can be like that. It could be a dude or a chick. But yeah, I really like that.
Alright.
She tries to like
Dirty hippie. Okay.
rewrite history, yeah.
Okay, our teacher, cool character, cool guy.
Yeah, ends every sentence with man, and sits on her desk with her legs crossed when she teaches.
Which one is that?
The history teacher, the hippie one.
Everyone likes him. Okay.
Yeah, talks about legit shooting.
All right, how long were we at here? Okay. All right, so we know that the drama teacher, music teacher, English teacher, we can come back to those. Let's go and reinforce. Did anybody else come up with any other rumors now that we've come up with some? Oh, you know what? We need proprietors. We need proprietors for some of the places in town. Like, what about for the bowling alley? Is it, would the kids know who ran the bowling alley? Like the bowling alley, what I imagine the bowling alley would be a place for kids to have a job. So they would, like, spraying shoes or serving food or whatever. So they would obviously probably know who the owner is and stuff like that.
And I mean, their parents go there a lot, so like they're going in and out of there a lot to like ask for money and stuff. So yeah, they I would say they know the staff and the owner.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything here, Dave, would be mom and pop operation. I don't think we would have any. I would even say that there's not a movie theater in town. Like if they want to go to the movie
I was
theater,
yeah, it's where the mall is.
Yeah, they would have to go out to the mall for the movie theater. That's why the mall was such a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. So Kenny, the shoe guy. Everyone says someone saw him in the cute girl's shoes once.
Smell the cute girl's shoes.
No, okay. All right. Kenny.
Or maybe like that he does it often, but
Kenny.
We don't actually see him do it, but people say that they do.
Okay. Rumored.
Oh. We should come up with a rumor for the candy, for the hard candy. So, like, Scary Dairy's Nana makes it, and he just wants to share it with the kids. No one ever wants to eat it because it doesn't taste good and it's weird. But maybe they could, like, there could be a rumor that she is trying to, like, poison the kids with the candy, or he's trying to poison the kids with the candy, something like that. Like, it's poison candy.
Welcome back. All right, so. All right, we'll that's going back to Scary Dairy. All right, so Kenny what? Kenny Jackson. There you go. Nice, mundane name. All right, so the bowling alley. He's the proprietor. Okay, so then there's the skating rink. I think the skating rink needs to be owned by a older couple.
Okay.
That they hire kids to help, but they're starting to think about selling and stuff like that. So
they're getting older.
Yeah, they're getting older. We'll call them the Smiths just to keep it easy. Older couple Smiths looking to sell. Okay. So the roller rink. An arcade. All right.
Eric and Brittany sound like young people names. I would think they're older. They would have older people names.
Yeah, like Edna.
Yeah.
Edna and
Roger.
Truman.
Truman
and Edna.
Edna and Truman. Yeah. Okay.
Smith. All right, there we go. So what other places that we need to think of? What about, you know what the pharmacist, did we say what the pharmacist's name was?
Yeah, the pharmacist is married to
the police dispatcher. Patty
and their names are
Patty, let's see, the pharmacist is his name is we'll do Gerald Kulis.
That's right, Kulis, that's what it was.
Okay. See, the thing is, these are all places that the kids will be able to have jobs at. Like, we got the bowling alley, roller rink, the
grocery store,
the Circle Jerk, we're at the pharmacy. Then then also to
Circle
the
jerk.
heart the did I say circle jerk? Soda jerk.
Yeah.
Anyway. Get a job at hey kids, get a job at the circle jerk.
It's terrible.
What was I saying?
The diner.
The
They
diner.
could, right?
The diner. Like I said, this diner is a little bit out of town, so maybe I mean,
Yeah.
maybe once a kid got a car, that'd be kind of a type
Yeah.
of thing.
Like an older kid.
What about like a Sonic type thing? Not Sonic itself, but like it's just
like a drive up. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So so what should we call that? Fast burger maybe, or
Quick and go. Quick burger.
Good times burger.
Good time burger. Yeah.
Okay. Good time burger, and that's when the kids are on roller rinks. They come out with a tray, and then they put that tray. You have to roll up your window a little bit, and they put the tray and hook the wood tray over the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good flips. All right. Good flips. And like their mascot is like a hamburger that does a flip.
Yeah. Maybe like the bun opens up and the burger flips or something. I don't know. The whole thing can flip.
Trevor Galloway. That's okay. That's a very specific name. Trevor Galloway is the owner. Okay, that's another place that the kids can get a job at. That's probably where probably about 5 or 6 kids work there at any given time in the evening. And it's like during the day, you go there during the day, and it's like, middle-aged moms. They don't really enthusiastically skate out there. They're just like, I'm just gonna trot out there.
Like trying to get exercise.
Yeah. On their mom jeans or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, crunchy hair. All right, so.
Crunchy hair.
All right. Well, I think that we've got some RP-rich stuff. All right, so, guys, if you have come up with any more ideas for rumors or NPCs that the kids can possibly run across, or even locations that the kids can visit, I think that's probably our next step. Is we need some more locations. I'm going to be coming up with some of my own, but if you want to contribute to that, you can do that in my channel. Just go down to the Professor's channel and just kind of.
What Peanut just said.
Oh. Did we come up with a name for the big city nearby? Okay, no, we did not. So, Rockdale.
Rockdale. I like that.
They could go to the Rockdale Mall.
It doesn't sound huge, but
Right.
It sounds like big,
Yeah, and they could
Yeah,
go
the
to
Rockdale Mall, the
That's
Rockdale
Springfield.
Theater.
Get out of here,
Springfield.
kitty. Rockdale,
I like Rockdale.
Rockdale Mall. Okay.
Yeah.
And the Rockdale Mall. Okay, yeah. But that's the only reason why they would ever go to Rockdale, is to go to the mall. Yeah, no one knows where Springfield is. Come on, Kittyville.
Kittyville.
Alright, so, yeah, the Rockdale. That's the only reason that kids go to Rockdale besides during football competitions is to go to the Rockdale Mall. And maybe they run into, the kids from Rockdale High on occasion or whatever.
Yeah, the rival
Yeah.
football team. Yeah, and there's they argue and they have fights. They're not real fights. They're just shit talking.
Yeah, they like the varsity letter, the big R on the jacket.
Yeah.
What is our
and
high school
the Rockdale
name?
kids? It's probably nicer, huh?
What is our high school's name? Is it?
Oh, well, it would probably be the name of the town, right?
Okay.
What's the name of the town again?
It is
Something Hills.
It is did we say Arbor Hill?
Arbor Hills. Yeah, Arbor Hills.
Arbor Hills High School.
Arbor Hills High. Yeah.
AAHS. Okay.
Oh no, my blanket fell down.
Maasai High School.
Maasai High School, that would be so funny.
Okay. Alright. Oh, great. Also, too, if you have some suggestions for what's at the mall, like, Hot Topic wouldn't be there yet, but, like, maybe Sam Goody. It's like that's where they get their record. That's where the kids would buy their albums and their records and stuff like that.
Tapes.
Their tapes.
Cassette tapes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's the name of the ice cream? What do you think should be the name of the ice cream? See, remember the ice cream.
It's also a drugstore.
It's also a drugstore. So.
It would probably be the name, like their last name, the guy's last name, right? The pharmacist.
Coolitz Pharmacy.
Yeah, Coolitz Drug, something like that.
Was there Spencer Gifts?
Spencer's Gifts.
I think Spencer's Gifts been around since at least the mid '80s, if not before.
Has it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Coolitz Drugs. Little play on the name there. I don't know. So yeah, we could come up with some things that that's at the mall and stuff.
Yeah, and it would be Arbor Hills High School versus what was it? Rockdale.
Rockdale
High School.
All right. Let me do this here. So.
Yeah.
Oop. So let me go to this real quick, guys. So if you look,
they probably have a pet store.
Oh yeah, that's right. That'd be good too. They would have. So y'all can't see this channel yet, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up for everybody. It's called Mystery. Edit channel. Permissions. Let's see. Add role.
You can sync it to on the top left there. Sync to.
Sync permissions. There we go. All right. So now y'all should be able to see that. So if you want to add anything about the game, or you want to make any sort of contributions here, go ahead and put it in the mystery category, and I'll see what I can do to work it into the game itself.
There should probably be a comic book shop.
There would
like
be a
an
comic book
actual
shop. Yeah, there probably would be a comic book shop. Yeah,
like a comic book and novelty shop.
Because this was actually the starting of the rise of the comic books was in the 80s, right?
Oh wait, but no, hang on. Yeah, Giddy and Dave. So yeah, the bowling alley does have an arcade, but this is in a different town.
Yeah.
This is in Rockdale. So yeah, there probably would be an arcade in the mall as well.
Like so like the arcade in our town, Arbor Hills, would be like, you know, Tempest or Pac-Man or something, you know, real the older stuff. But like the more high-tech games, like around '84 is when they started. Around '84 they started getting like the games that you would like sit down in and stuff like that. That would be the ones that would be there. Also too, like the skee ball and such like that.
It's where the rich kids live, so that's where all the nice stuff's gonna be.
Right. We wouldn't actually go into Rockdale itself. It would just be the mall.
Yeah.
And it's 20 minutes away by car, so it's not within reach of a kid that has just a bike. They would have to have access to a car.
It's gonna be mostly teenagers that drive, and then kids who got their parents to take them to the mall.
Right. So
probably like
that's another thing too, is that everybody would select. They would come up with a bike that they would select. We're going to buy, and then the money that you earn at your jobs and stuff like that. Whoever's participating and stuff like that, you can use to buy parts for your bike, little accessories, maybe a horn, maybe a little flashlight to go in the front, or a basket. With a lid, that type of stuff, or a radio transmitter.
Fancy new seat.
Yeah, right.
A radio transmitter.
You know, whatever.
Walkie-talkie.
Whatever, yeah. Oh my Anyway, so I guess that these would be walkie-talkies as kids. But the kids also can earn. The older kids will be able to get their driver's license, purchase a car, and then that car would be. That'd be another reason why they would go to Rockdale, would be to go to the used car dealership. Tassels, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you for joining for us, helping us create this thing. I'm going to start working on some stories. I don't know when our first session is going to be. I don't think it's going to be next Sunday. And that's another thing too. I need to find out with people is what day works best for y'all. You know, is if it's not Sunday, you know, what day would be good, because I'm usually free in the evenings during the week, so I can do it.
Me too.
Do it at any time. And you know, anytime, like I guess it'd be 8:30 WST. I'm going to really push this WST time thing. I don't know if y'all realize that yet or not. So so yeah, it'd be around during the weeks. It would be around that time. And right now we are talking about possibly me and Alki swapping GMing for the game. So sometimes it may be Alki GMing and I get to play. And sometimes I can do only a couple hours if we still start at WST. I got you.
Standard time.
Yeah, world standard time. World WWST. So that anyway, I appreciate you guys helping us out with this thing. Like I said, I think we got some good material here to work off of. I've also got my own things. At first, I was just going to make it kind of lighthearted like the first session was, but then I got to thinking about it, you know, maybe we'll do it more like kind of like a Twin Peaks, like a
CD,
yeah,
kind of
X-Files, maybe type of thing. Some sort of like maybe a little bit darker, a little bit more involved as far as the story and stuff like that. So, but we'll still do the character swapping. Like if some people can't, some people want to play, but other people want to sit out. You know, we can come up with reasons why they would not be participating in that particular session and stuff like that. Very easy to do, especially with a format like this.
I feel like just like in like a TV show where there are like kind of background characters that are only in maybe a couple episodes a season.
Sure.
We could have characters that come in, you know, on occasion, you know, for whatever reason. People who don't want to commit to a regular schedule but would like to try something out. We could do that. I think would be cool.
Right. So
you can also play NPCs.
And they also can play NPCs. That was another thing too. I was thinking that like Jester would probably make a really good cop. Like he would. He'd play Officer. Who do we determine? Officer Hannigan pretty well, probably.
Yeah.
Or even the
Dick Hannigan.
Dick Hannigan. Or he could even play the truancy officer, probably pretty well.
Or the principal. Yeah.
Daniel Crenshaw, Crinchy, or the principal. Dave the helicopter. Oh, there you go. Dave could be a helicopter pilot. Who knows? Maybe a helicopter will crash in just outside of town and the kids find it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thanks for joining us. We're going to go ahead and end the stream now, and y'all have yourselves a good evening. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.